believe in good public policy. And I come from a framework of having worked from Detroit City Council members, Councilman Clyde Cleveland for 5 years, Councilwoman Brenda Scott for 3 years, and I was a neighborhood city hall manager for the northeast side of Detroit for 3 years under the Kilpatrick administration. My educational training is public administration out of Central Michigan University. So I maintain that for the last 20 years, the problem with the Wayne County Treasurer's Office is largely about public policy, good public policy, based on the laws that govern the Treasurer's Office, which is the General Property Tax Code from the state of Michigan. So there is a defined document that governs the Office of Wayne County Treasurer. That code has a wide discretion that treasurers can use to help them do their job, in addition to not harming or do no harm to homeowners, property owners, residential homeowners. Certainly we all know that we have to collect taxes because that's how things work. That's how services are paid for. So that's a necessary evil. We all understand that. I can go right to my question because I only have 10 minutes, but that was the framework I want to give you, that we just make some assumptions here, that good public policy is very important in government. So my question is, what can the county treasurer do to strengthen Detroit neighborhoods? The treasurer, number one, could advocate for the current dollars that are out there, which will help property tax owners. And number one is the hardest hit funds that came out of Washington. These were federal dollars that were supposed to assist homeowners in either or catching up on their property taxes, which would go directly into the coffers for the various treasurers. For some reason, in Detroit area, Wayne County, the majority of those funds were used for blight remediation, which means demolition. The majority of that money was used to demolish homes as opposed to helping to stabilize and keep property owners in their homes. I would not have signed off on that issue to allow that money to be used largely for blight removal, when the city of Detroit had neighborhood stabilization fund that they should use to remediate blight. So number one, as the county treasurer, I would not have agreed to using the bulk of hardest hit funds for blight removal or tearing down houses, because while you still have houses in the pipeline from people who didn't understand due processes about the taxes and they walk away from their homes that were paid for, because they didn't understand, they didn't have information. As Ted Phillips said, it's a number of reasons why on the knock on the other side of that door, you need to determine what is going on. What's the barriers to keeping you from paying your taxes? Perhaps you just simply don't understand. Other counties, Genesee County, Washtenaw County, they have more humane processes to assist people to make sure their home do not become abandoned because of lack of knowledge, or even because of the lack of due process on the treasurer side. It's a shame that so many people have lost paid for homes because of lack of knowledge. This would help stabilize our community if people would not run away, walk away from their homes, if they come to a better understanding of what they need to do to keep themselves in their home. If the treasurer could redirect more money, not into advertising, but knocking, having somebody to respond to see what's going on. This makes logical sense to me. If we try to stabilize the community seriously without just lip service, let's do it, we'll make a difference in our communities. We will see less blight and abandonment. We would have more families. Right now, we got so many families that live in 2 and 3 generations in one house because somebody lost their house. They was embarrassed to talk about it or whatever reason. I think, and I know we can turn that around. Organizations like Ted Phillips United, they've been out there for years. I've ran against Mr. Vittori since 1996. He made a lot of changes based on my platform. True. But we can make a difference, and we need to. The power is already there in the treasurer's office to make a difference. So I'll end.